So this
Okay,
is
no problem.
so okay.
It's from a friend who was in Venezuela's jail for a few years. Yes, it was something with drugs. So yeah, I started to reading it. So okay. Well, that was let's say a few years of, let's say, a little bit playing around and trying how this Instagram and social media is working. But yeah, it helped.
So I don't know.
Okay. Well, most, okay, let's say close friends do call me Lisa, but
We'll start. One, two, three, start. Hi everyone, welcome to Let Me Be, the podcast where we dive into stories of resilience, reinvention, and radical authenticity from voices around the world. My guest today is someone who truly embodies grace, grift, and global perspective. Joining me from Slovenia is Lisandra Varacha, the CEO of Five Star Villa, a Slovenian franchise partner of the globally loved Five Star Villa Holidays brand. Lisandra's story is one of strength and soul, having grown up traveling around the world with her mother, a businesswoman who instilled in her the value of independence and resilience. She experienced a rich, culturally immersive childhood, but life took a turn when she lost her mother at just 20. Since then, Lisandra has not only rebuilt herself, but risen as a leader in the luxury travel space, curating authentic experiences for others that echo her own transformative memories. She is also a former professional equestrian, a lover of nature, and someone whose daily life is rooted in discipline, courage, and joy, often with her loyal Staffy by her side. Lisandra, welcome to Let Me Be.
hi everyone. Um, I'm glad to be your guest. I really appreciate it. And yeah, you already said a lot of me, a lot, let's say a lot of me, but yeah, there is still much more.
Yeah. Can you tell us something about the five-star villa?
Yes, of course. Well, that let's say it's my, well, it's now my own business. I had dreams before to having my own business, and yeah, it after a long year searching around about finding the right business, I came along to Five Star Villa Holidays, and I really saw the opportunity, and I felt like it's the perfect match. So also the concept of luxury with a personal, authentic touch aligned with my own values and my mission to help also people to live their dreams. Well, Five Star Villa Holidays is about traveling, about luxury accommodations. As I was traveling a lot I was a child and a teenager, I had this lucky uh, part that I traveled with my mom. Um, Actually, that much that most people will not travel in their entire lives. So, yeah, she gave me the most beautiful childhood through these experiences, showing me different culture, places, and perspective. So, yeah, and I also grew up seeing how my mother built their own business. So I seen it from actually from the scratch. And yeah, I already knew that that's something I would like to do when I grew up. But when I was searching around for five-star villa holidays, or let's say for the right industry to owning my own business, I gathered also a lot of knowledge and experiences in many different fields in the business. So I know that all those experiences are helping me also to understand people, systems, and opportunity that much better. So yeah. And about also how I see the future about the five-star villa holidays. Well, I do see a lot of opportunities. So I want to keep expanding into new destinations, new markets. Trying to protecting the personal and authentic touch that makes us different as a brand, and mostly important that we don't just grow for the sake of growth, but also to create meaningful and unforgettable experience for our guests. I also see possibilities or opportunities to introduce new services and partnerships to make this luxury travel even more inspiring and accessible in the future. Well, that's what about the five-star. Yes, that's it
Yeah,
for
thank
now.
you, Sandra. Yeah. So if you can, maybe like you've said that you've traveled a lot. So if you can let me know how many countries you have traveled, and maybe any such experience you had, and then any specific dish, any specific thing you like about any country.
Well, mostly I was on every continent
Okay.
in the world, not in every country, but on every continent. Like Europe is mostly all. There are still some some countries that are still on the list, but they are very near, so I have time and let's say in the future to visit them. But yes, let's say I was in America, like New York and then Los Angeles, and in Canada, and all those exotics islands like Maldives, Dominican Republic, Australia, China. um, then I was also Egypt,
Okay.
and so on. It and Africa and so on. There are.
Have you been to India before? I mean, have you been to India, or you've heard about India, or maybe you've dealt with somebody from India?
Actually, our IT developer for five-star villa is coming from India, so we are working together. But no, I didn't been there in India. So yes, it is somewhere on the traveling list to go, but yeah, let's see. I know that it's difficult in one life to go really to the every country if you need to work beside. So yeah, but let's see.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that there is some special country which was really, let's say, my favorite, because each country is unique.
Yeah.
It has a different culture, different landscape, different. I actually everything is a little bit different. So no, I can't say that there are some kind of, well, okay, let's say yes, Africa going on safari. Yes, that's something very cool and unique, you know.
Yeah.
But also in Australia, going snorkeling on the Great Barrier Reef. Or sorry, I maybe spelled now a little bit wrong. But yeah, like I said, every country has something, and every country is somewhere in my mind with something, and everywhere was nice. Also in China, yes, it was the first thing. Well, I will always remember China because I was, I don't know how old. I was in a school, maybe around 10 years old. And as Slovenia is a small country, 2 million people. And when you come to China on the airport, and there is not just a small amount, but you feel the mass of the people there. That was like the first shock. Oh my God. Yeah. But yeah, it was interesting to see China because I was in Hong Kong, and we also went out of the big city to see the other side of
Okay.
China, how the people live. And that was really, 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 really interested because it was like day and night. It
Yeah.
was really a big difference.
Yeah. So tell us something about your country, Slovenia.
Uh, yeah. Well, we are a small hidden gem in Europe. We are 2 million people.
Okay.
Our neighbor countries are Austria, Croatia, Italy, and Hungary.
Mhm.
We have everything. We have the Alps, the mountains, and the seaside, which is like from our capital city, Ljubljana. Everything you can reach in 1 hour. We have a very nice landscape, a lot of secret and beautiful gems. I know that most popular names which are coming in the marketing for Slovenia is Ljubljana, Bled, and Piran. But those three cities or places are nice, but they are not only ones. There is much more. There is much, much more. We have good food. um, like I said, a beautiful landscape. If you are visiting Slovenia, you can also stay in Slovenia and also visit like Venice in Italy, or any other, let's say, cities around, because like I said, you can be very fast. There is not such a big distance to come to get to the another, let's say, maybe country and city.
Yeah. So your bio also says that, you are a professional equestrian player. So maybe, if you would like to tell us something about it, is it a sport? Like it's more of like a horse riding, I believe. So how does, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's horse riding. I was professional in competitions, jumping riding, and also dressage, which is more classical. It's a little bit different. Yeah, I was through my teenage years. But actually, it was already my mother's dream. She was also riding when she was younger. So she had this childhood dream to have two horses.
Mhm.
And it came true. And yes, it was amazing because I learned a lot from this sport. I learned a lot regarding discipline, consistency, resilience, and so on. It taught me a lot also to understand the animals, because they speak to you, but you need to look at them, you know.
Yeah.
But they tell you a lot. So if you know how to observe, to look, you can also. It's then the same with the human beings also. You can learn a lot already if you do just watch around somebody. You will see, because we also are similar to the animals.
Yeah. So can you take us back, to a moment or experience that truly shaped, who you are today?
Yeah, sure. So there are actually two moments that really shaped me. Um, the first one was growing up with my mom, who was my absolute rock. She raised me alone, fought for me with everything she had, and gave me an example what true strength and resilience look like. She was my only family, my protector, and the person who showed me how to stand up for myself. That gives me a sense of independence and courage um, from already a very young age. But maybe the moment that shaped me the most was losing her. Um, I was only 20 years old when she passed away, and it felt like my entire world collapsed overnight. I went from having someone who was always there to suddenly being completely alone, with no support system, no safety net, like totally nothing. I think, well, not I think, I know it, for if I see now, it was the definitely the hardest, darkest period of my life. It was a real kind of a hell, if I'm honestly. And I had to find a way to survive it, to pick up myself and rebuild myself. So that experience taught me what it truly means to rely only on yourself, to push through pain and to grow stronger no matter what. It changed me forever, that's for sure. And it's also, this is the reason I am able to handle any kind of challenges today.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing your story. So, would you say your childhood, any message would you like to give it to younger Lisandra? What would it be?
Ah, um, to younger Lisandra. Good question. I need a little bit to think about it. uh, if I think on my own self now,
So maybe
well,
I'll just frame the question. If you could go back in time, right?
okay.
If you could go back in time, so what advice would you give to your younger self? Let's frame it in this way.
Well, it's hard to say because I lost my mother such at a young age.
Yeah.
It's well, if she would be still alive, I know it would be different. I would also be different. But somehow some things already been she was raising me also um into a also when I was a child to be independent, to stand up for myself, to fought, to So I'm to my younger self. It's difficult because if my mother would still be alive, I would say, well, let's say for the ones who still are young and have their parents, yeah, well, let's say you don't know when is going to be the last time you see them. So enjoy the time. Don't fight with them if it's not really a reason, because in life is short. Enjoy. um, try to be happy, work on yourself, grow. I don't know, something like this. But for me, it's hard actually to answer this question because I lost my mother in a young years, where actually you do need parents the most, and I needed to like grow up, let's say, through the night. So yeah,
So,
well, I don't know.
what's the personal philosophy or belief, that guides you through life and maybe leadership today?
Can you repeat?
So, what is the personal philosophy or belief, which guides you through the life? So, do you believe in God
Aha!
or
What philosophy or belief?
yeah?
Um,
Am I asking all the tough questions? It seems.
yeah, no, it's okay. I'm just need to yeah, definitely. Um, I live by a very strong belief in that, in freedom and authenticity. Um, I do think every person deserves to live true to themselves, not based on other people's expectations or social pressure. That means being brave enough to follow your own path, even if others don't understand it. Another core principle for me is courage, definitely. Even when you are scared, you move forward. Life will always test you, but courage is what allows you to keep going. Then the next one would be resilience. Um, has also been a huge part of my life. I believe you can fall down 1,000 times, but you always have the power to stand up again. That's for sure. I've been through that so many times that, yes. And well, sport, this, yeah, it taught me also through years of equestrian riding and also staying active today. I learned how important discipline, consistency, and mental strength are, to keep pushing through hard times. That mindset is something I also carry into my business as well. So You train, you improve, and you never quit. And actually, those four words: freedom, courage, resilience, and discipline, those three truly guide me in actually every area of my life.
Yeah.
That's it.
So the theme of the podcast is "Let Me Be." What does that "Let Me Be" personally mean to you, and how do you live that out in your day-to-day life?
Mhm. Okay. Well, for me, um, Let Me Be is really about the freedom to live authentically without having to apologize for who you are. It means giving yourself permission to stay true to your values, your dreams, and your beliefs, even if other people don't agree or don't understand. Um, it also, for me, it also means respecting your own space. So that means emotionally, mentally, and physically, to grow, to make mistakes, and to change it if you want to. Um, I also think it's a very powerful idea because too many people let the world or the past define them. In my own story, Let Me Be, really to breaking free from other people's limitations and trusting yourself to stand on your own. So that mindset was a big driver in my business journey too. Building my own company, making bold choices, and staying true to my mission. We even when it went against what others expected or thought was possible. So it's about creating a life and a business that feels right for you, not just what society expects. That's my point of view.
So, you have worn many hats like athlete, CEO, traveler. So, how do you define success or, let's say, fulfillment in your terms? Do you really believe that you have achieved what you want to achieve in your life, or like there is still more to achieve?
Okay. Well, for me, the success and fulfillment are not about just money or titles or what looks good on the paper. They're about freedom and meaning. I define success as having the freedom to live your life on your own terms, to be able to do what truly matters to you without fear or limits. Um, well, fulfillment goes even deeper. It's about feeling aligned with your purpose and values, like waking up in the morning knowing that what you do makes sense and has a positive impact, even in a small ways. And then what is also a very big part of fulfillment for me is it's the personal growth. Especially after going through my own kind of a hell and surviving it, the ability to keep growing and evolving and becoming a stronger version of yourself is definitely the highest form of success. Um, and last and not least, last, I also feel fulfilled when I can build something meaningful, or inspire others, and stay true to my principles. That's whether in business, sports, or my personal life. So that combination of freedom, impact, authenticity, and growth, that's for me the real success.
Yeah. So, what is something that you always wanted to try but haven't yet? Maybe a
Well,
secret adventure.
um, huh, what I always, you know, I am a type of a person when I something want to try, I'm gonna make it true and I'm gonna do it. I will find a way somehow to try. So I don't know. I am adrenaline junkie a little bit, so but what was from my wishes I already did. So I went skydiving last year, and I was paragliding, and yeah, that were along. Let's say before I went, those two things were like somehow along wish. um well, I don't know. Yeah, there is, maybe I would like, I like to I like the motorbikes.
Okay.
I don't drive on my own self. I'm just sitting on behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's say that I would like to try to drive on my own self. Yes, let's say for example, it's not a really good example, but let's say
Okay.
this would be maybe something.
Yeah. If you could change one thing in the world, uh, either is it big or small, what would it be and why?
um, if I would have that magic stroke, um, I would, yeah, I would change that all the people would have everything. So, and definitely that uh, everyone would be happy, enjoying the life, that we don't have those big differences, poor, rich, the ones who almost cannot go through the month or don't know for, let's say, tomorrow if they are going to have something to eat, you know. That's a hard, actually. That's pretty much hard for the people. I went also through this part, so I know. Um, yeah.
So, what does a perfect day look like for you now? Whether you are in Slovenia or traveling, what does a perfect day means to you?
What the traveling means to me.
No, the perfect day. Whether you're
The
traveling or whether you are in your country, what does the perfect day look like for you?
the
Perfect,
one
perfect,
word. How?
perfect day.
Ah, perfect. Um, perfect. The word perfect, actually, nothing is perfect. There are no rules. There are no rules what is perfect. Because I'm always saying imperfect makes you perfect. So imperfection is perfection. So whether I am in Slovenia or traveling around or whatever, perfect. Well, I think the most perfect thing in a day is that you are happy. that you are lucky with yourself, that I don't know. Perfect. um hmm. I can't say what is perfect, if I'm honestly, because I see every day is a different. I don't have I don't have a day which is the same as a day before.
Yeah.
Every day there are some challenges which I need to go through to solve, to so perfect. No, there is no perfect in reality. No, I don't know what to answer. If I'm honestly, I don't know what to answer on this
So, you know,
question.
what's a personal challenge you have overcome that others might not know, but that taught you something powerful?
Um,
Maybe losing your mother and then starting all the way from the scratch. Uh, I don't know. I'm just
um, mm, 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 what lessons? Well, um, let me try. Let me try.
maybe let's say not to lose hope. How bad the situation is, or you have to be
Um,
courageous and face the hurdles of your life.
I will. Let's say my personal struggles taught me some of. Yeah, they taught me some of the most important lessons I use in business every single day. Um, the first one, I learned how to survive and adapt quickly. So, when you grow up in a survival mode, you become resourceful and you figure things out even under pressure.
Yeah,
And as I never had a safety net, so I always had to think two steps ahead and stay sharp, which is a big advantage in life and also in business. Um, I also learned to trust myself, especially after losing my mom and suddenly being alone. I had no one else to fall back on, so that forced me to develop an inner trust and confidence, and that is still my compass also today. My inner instinct is it's what guides me, even when the even when the path isn't fully clear. Um, and yeah, I think there would be also another one, which was, or let's say, big lesson was about resilience for me. So a life will knock you down. Also, it's the same also in the business. Um, Actually, in both life and businesses, it's the same. Let's say same setbacks can happen, but I know that I can go back up every single time. So I'm not going to quit. I'm going to find I will always find a solution to get back.
Yeah.
And yes, there is one more. I learned the power of having an open mindset. So this uh, being willing to see possibilities to learn and to adapt is everything. So this open mindset, it's what allows me to keep growing, so in both as a person and also in my business as, or let's say, as an entrepreneur. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So, are you reading any book which you would like to suggest or recommend?
uh yeah, I am reading one Slovenian book, but it's only in Slovenian language, so it's about a friend who was in jail in Venezuela and how he survived there, and how what kind of a hard times were for him.
Is it
So
your friend?
please.
Is it your friend?
Yes, it's my friend. Yes, it's
Okay. So he has written a book about his life that he was in Venezuela. He was in a jail in Venezuela, you're saying.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
He wrote a book about his life. Yes,
So what is
when
the
he
name
was.
of that book? Maybe if I can find it on Google.
Yes, his name is Simon Doma. I can write you later on the
Yeah,
message.
yeah,
Um,
sure. Any
yeah,
any Netflix series or movies you're watching these days?
um, yeah. Well, I'm a little bit busy, so I don't have too much time to watch TV. But when I have, I do watch a movie or a series. But the last movie, I don't really remember anymore which one was. But in the moment, I know I watched about Robbie Williams, his documentary. That was actually the last thing I watched. So yeah, it was interesting, yes, to see his side of the
Like
story.
seems like you're too busy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The industry in which I am working with Five Star Villa is actually 24/7
Yeah.
industry. So yeah, it's always something.
Okay.
So
Are you a tea person or a coffee person or
uh, I I don't drink coffee. I do drink tea. Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
You mean black tea or the one with milk?
No, I actually drink a mix of ginger and green tea
Okay.
and also herbals. Yeah, that's what I need in the morning or when I come to the office.
Okay. So, what's the one message from your heart that you would love to share with the world?
Oh. um mm, Um, um, with the world. I will say be who you are, stay true to yourself. Definitely do try to do things like learning, being better each day, trying to grow yourself into a better self. Try if you are not happy, then find what would you make happy and change it, because you can do this. You can always change everything. You just need to have the courage. Yes, sometimes you definitely need discipline and strength, but the most importantly is definitely also consistency. So if you want something in life, go for it. We in reality we do have actually every one of us the same opportunities to do something. You just need to have the mostly, I think, what you do need is go try. Yes, you can be scared in the inner side. I was also scared when I was okay, I'm going to start my own business. Am I going to make everything right? Well, you don't know. You will learn. Just be open. Mostly important is the mindset. Have open mindset. Don't live in those zones, comfortable zones, because those are not going to bring you further. You need to step out. So this, and let's say more peace in the world. It
Okay.
will be for all of us better. So all of us can make more and grow more and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
lastly,
I think this.
how can people connect with you and explore what five-star villa offers? So how
Mhm.
can someone reach out to you and maybe know
Of
more
course.
about the offering of the five-star villa?
Yes. Well, one of the best ways to connect with me is through my LinkedIn profile, where I share updates about my business and sometimes also some kind of a personal reflections as well. Um, Then people can also follow the five-star Villa Holidays, the Slovenian website. So it's fivestarvillaholidays.si. You can change the language into the English. Also, German language will come in the future. And we have also social medias, but all those informations can be found on my LinkedIn profile. Um, yeah, I'm also active personally on my personal Instagram, where sometimes I also do share about the five-star villa, but there is more, let's say, it's more the personal side of my journey and some daily inspirations and some. I'm also trying to um let's say try to sharing my story and trying to inspiring others who might be going through their own challenges. And I feel there is also a lot of power in showing people that it is possible to rebuild, to follow your dreams, and to create a life on your terms, even if you come from a place of struggle. Well, I am also a little bit thinking about and considering to starting a personal blog, and maybe one day also a book. Who knows? To give maybe a little bit deeper into sharing all those lessons and stories I went through.
Yeah, Lisandra, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Your story is a testament to the fact that even in the face of profound loss and challenge, we can choose to live meaningfully, travel deeply, and love boldly. And for our listeners, don't forget to follow, subscribe, and share this episode if it moved you. Until next time, keep growing, keep going, and always let yourself be. Thank you so much.
Thank you to you too.
Thank you.